catching feelings, baby. You can give it. I just keep it satisfied.
But we really do appreciate y'all trusting us and giving y'all a little peek of what we like to do. We are just getting started, but this is definitely something we want to continue, bringing like-minded women together, just having a good time.
Yes, really just building a community of women, and we want to empower each other and just love on each other, because I feel like we don't have that enough in our regular lives, our everyday lives. So I love y'all, and I want to share love with everybody. And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all really understand. Like, low key, like a
yes. We definitely thank y'all for being here to talk about becoming an intentional woman, like being more intentional, living and chasing your goals and consciously choosing to do that. So we're gonna get into some conversation, and after it's done, we're gonna do a would you rather game, and then we're gonna grab our goodie bags and talk. So
all right, well, becoming intentional is one of the things where it's like that's the most important thing, as in creating a better life for yourself. And living intentionally looks like just every day waking up and aligning what you're doing within your day with your core values, your goals, and what really matters to you at the end of the day. I feel like you have to live intentionally, waking up every morning and really thinking about, who do I want to be?
Right.
What woman am I trying to be? Who am I trying to show up as today? And that's really important. So, and sometimes it can be challenging to do that, for sure.
I feel like I had kind of made a phrase. I said intentional living is kind of like living in your purpose on purpose. You know, so just choosing to chase those goals that align how you feel like you want to be in the future. So for me, it's just like, maybe it could be the smallest thing, like saving. Like I want to build wealth. Let me save. Let me get my credit score right.
Like, or even like being healthy. If I want to wake up, go exercise for like 30 minutes or so, or just eating differently, just choosing the things, like I said, that aligns with what you really and who you really want to be. That's kind of what it is. Yeah,
and I feel like intentional is kind of how they say, like, you have to choose to be happy. Like every day, it's not going to be peaches and cream. Some stuff is out of your control. Some people will give you a phone call and ruin your whole entire day. So it's definitely something like you have to choose to do. I have to choose to be this way, because it's easy just to, choose procrastination, choose, not to choose it, or it's easy to choose other stuff, but
it's easy to fall off.
Exactly.
It's easy to fall off. It's so easy to fall off. And that's really why, you kind of have to have things like set in place, like really writing it down. Like, okay, I think it's more of like writing down like what type of woman I want to be, and then kind of like trying
journaling.
To just journaling for sure, journaling, writing that down and like living in that. And I think it's like day by day though, because like you said, honestly, in the morning somebody can really wake you up in the morning and
it be a whole different thing. It's
really
definitely journaling. That. So Ali, and this is going to be an open discussion, so why do y'all feel like it's hard for women to kind of like start on that path or set boundaries, or what do y'all think are challenges for like us getting over basically being more intentional, choosing us? Because I feel like being intentional is also about choosing yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Please. First and foremost, let me say, it all starts out with knowing who you are.
Yes.
Who you are.
Yes.
Because I don't care. All those things you're saying is 100% true. It's 100% right. It's a great thing to be intentional. We're supposed to do all the things. We know what we are supposed to do. But if you don't know who you are.
That's a good one.
If you're suffering with an identity crisis,
I promise you it's
going to be hard to move forward and be who God called you to be, or walk in your purpose and and that's what life does. It will mess you up.
It will.
Like
it really will.
People will have you questioning who you are, your character. You know you're a good person. You know that you love hard. You love for real. And certain circumstances can make you be like, it can make you bitter. It can make you cold. It can make you closed in. So it all starts off with knowing who and whose you are.
That's a good
one.
Let me tell
you something. I remember this girl in school, and I'm gonna say this real quick because I want to give everybody a chance to talk. But and this is funny, y'all, and I don't encourage violence to nobody. But I'm gonna tell you, I remember this girl, she was way bigger than me, and she used to bully me. Like, I hated when the bus rung to walk to the bus. Because I knew she was going to come behind me and step on my shoes. Like, all that. And she was way bigger than me. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here she come. Here she come again. Like, I was scared of that girl, y'all. And I went home and I told my daddy one day, and my daddy said, Darlene, I'm going to beat your butt if you let her do like that.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going on. She don't be doing my, and I'm like, oh, you know, and after he got done talking to me, I was so calm. I was ready then. I said, I don't care if I am smart, I'm gonna pop her.
Right.
So, show us my name on there, y'all. Walking to the bus, and here she come walking and made my shoe come off at the bed.
She done did it.
Right, Papa. Oh yeah.
That's all, and I turned around and I just started swinging, y'all.
Yeah.
And as I started swinging, I tore up. I beat up, y'all. I beat up so bad, and I was on top of it. I was sitting there, all like, this is red now. I got in trouble.
Yeah.
But my daddy was like, you ain't in trouble by me. I'm glad you fought. But I'm going to tell you, when I got on the bus that day, I said, I can fight. I realized what I was capable of. And I'm using the fight thing.
Yeah.
But I'm talking in reality, once you realize who and whose you are and what you're capable of, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it changed the game that day.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, Darlene's so sweet, but she's crazy. I mean, I mess with her.
Yeah.
But I didn't want that on me, but because I showed her who I was. I didn't know until she unleashed that in me. So as you know, as I go through life, I share that with a lot of people. Like, you know, it's so important to know whose and whose you are. Yeah. Because if you don't know who you is, y'all, I'm telling you, life will tear you up. Yeah. It will make you put God on the back burner. Yes. And I'm serious. Like, you will get a magnifying glass and put it up to everything going on bad and finances, relationships, all the stuff that life hit us with. But we have to remember, y'all,
who we are. Yeah.
Who we are. Like,
I love that.
I gotta come back to it.
Time as this, he chose
yes.
us. Such time as this, and look, it's only temporary. We're gonna be all right.
Yes.
We're gonna get through this. This is a temporary storm. It's temporary, y'all. We're gonna get through it. And you know why I'm at peace with whatever go on is because I know who I am.
Oh, yes.
I know who I am. But I'm
love that. I love that. Anybody else want to share like a personal story or any challenges they feel or? No pressure.
I don't really have any, I guess, challenges that I want to share, but kind of like what she's saying, I feel like you have to wake up every morning and love yourself.
Yes.
You have to wake up. I feel like we struggle with it because I don't really feel like, I don't know if it's in the Black community, but I feel like we're not really taught to just value ourselves.
Love ourselves. Love them.
Right.
So that's why I be trying to like make sure I tell my daughter. All this good stuff to her. Like, you're important and you matter and your wants come first, because with me, I didn't have that.
Yeah. Yes.
So I put my boyfriends and stuff before me. Now, no. When I'm older. So I want her to not even go through stuff that I went through.
Yes.
So that's the biggest thing. We got to learn to love ourselves and pick us always.
Yes. I love that.
And it's, you know, that just made me think of kind of what I was going to talk about is that I feel like with women, I feel like we are naturally nurturing. We're naturally caring. So it is so easy for us to start putting ourselves on the back burner. And it's like you love on people, you pour into people, but then you start to realize your cup is becoming empty.
Yeah, and nobody's pouring back into me.
No one's pouring back into me. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that's kind of hard with being intentional. Because once you start being intentional, those boundaries have to start being set. Yeah. So then it's one of those things where it's like, okay, now you're starting to make other people uncomfortable when they didn't care when they were making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I think that's a big challenge about being intentional is you're going to lose some people.
And that's
you're going to lose some people because when you start to outgrow people, it's not going to be, y'all not on the same frequency, y'all not on the same level. So the places they went, you don't want to go no more. So I think that's one of the challenges about like putting ourselves first. People are like, well, I know if I choose this, I know they're not going to hang with me no more, but it's just kind of like a good loss because whatever you lose, you can get back times 2 or even better. Yeah. So you definitely,
and it's just living in your purpose. Sometimes people aren't, they always say people, not everybody is meant to go with you. And sometimes God will remove people so you can go where you're supposed to go.
Exactly.
You know, and I think now I will say, I do feel like sometimes you trail off, but I kind of think the trail off is meant. Yeah. So you can hit that brick wall and be like, I need to get back where I was.
Exactly.
I need to get back aligned.
Yeah.
Because I know when I'm out of alignment, I feel it.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't explain it, but I feel it.
Nothing's going right. Everything feels confusing.
Yeah,
you're not at
feels
peace.
Off.
Yep.
I wake up and I feel off, and I'm like, okay, I need to get back here.
Yeah.
So something has to go. I don't know who it is, what it is.
I know.
It has to go. It can't come with
who.
me tomorrow.
Definitely. And you know, another thing about intentional living where I found it helps me with my relationship with God, because I definitely feel like when I choose to live intentional, he kind of matches energy. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, once I know, like, okay, I go to church or I read my Bible, and then it's just like things just start to fall into place. And then it's so crazy. I was looking at this sermon, and it was like, we keep trying to look for the outward breakthrough when the breakthrough was on the inside. You know what I mean? So, and that's the biggest thing that I like about consciously trying to choose to do right or be right or live better. It's like I see my outward change when on the inside it's going good, because when on the inside I feel bad, I'm attracting negative stuff, negative people.
That's what you're aligned with. That's what your energy is aligned with.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely like it's like a butterfly effect. You do one thing, and then other things just start to happen. You're like, okay, that's because of that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like you said, once you start living intentional, you'll see the change, and it's crazy because it'll be subtle things. It'll be things that you're like, okay, like small things.
This one better than what I thought, or this is working out better than what I imagined.
For sure.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yes,
and that's how you know.
Yes,
that's
your
growth.
Triggers. Yes, that's growth. I love that. It's to be the
growth.
triggers. Yeah,
okay, because I be triggered. I be
triggered. Right.
Like,
okay, Echo triggered. I'm still healing.
I'm not healed. I am healing. Okay.
We all are. Y'all.
Yeah, I know. Did anybody want to share any personal stories or any comments?
Girl, we would be here all day.
I
know. Yes.
Where he at that said we could be talking long.
Yeah.
I know. He's like, we'll be talking all day.
I know, talking all day.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
My life has been such a journey. I wrote a book about it.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad my sister invited me to this. I felt like that was supportive, even though you may not have, her intentions, because I do a podcast.
Okay, great.
I just started back up. I had one years ago, and I am so big on purpose, and I think a lot of it is so many of us aren't able to heal and move forward because we won't open our mouth and speak about the things that we've been through.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of us are walking around with imposter syndrome, all kind of things, because we just don't speak. So one of the reasons my podcast is called The Venting Room.
I love that.
So you can call me anonymously, and you can leave a recorded message, and you just confess your faith struggles, that you are struggling with relationship wise, and then I go back and talk about it from a perspective of faith and God.
I love that,
because I think that one of the reasons when I wrote my book, it was healing for me, which is what made me realize it would be so healing for other people.
I love that so much.
Exactly.
And it didn't even matter how many people read it. It was just, when I got it out and put it on paper, it made me feel so good.
Yes.
And I had just released all of the things that I had been through.
Yes.
And if I can find my identity in everything that I have been through, I know for a fact that everybody can find it.
Someone needs to hear it though. And that's kind of how I felt even with starting the podcast. I'm like, I know we can't be the only ones.
Right, we can't
be. And sometimes, like you said, we're scared to share, but sometimes you sharing your story, like you said, will help
so many people.
It will help someone else.
Yes.
And you think, because you think people don't, when I initially started this, I felt like, who want to know your story? That's what you think. That's what the devil wants you to think.
Why am I important?
Like, who are you?
Exactly.
Like, why would they want to hear that? But then the first time I spoke it, and to see the reactions around the room of people, so many people that could connect with me. You connect from this part. You connect from this part. You connect from this part. You never know what somebody has gone through or experienced.
Exactly.
You showing them that you made it to the other side.
Right.
It's really
inspiring.
It is. It really is.
For my daughter, unfortunately, our family, we've gone through so much trauma. We buried our whole family. I lost both my parents 3 months apart. siblings before that. So many things. I was adopted. Found my biological dad at 39 years old.
Oh wow!
So when I say I have a story, I have a story.
Yes.
So
tune in.
Yes, tune in. Yes.
And I know that is my purpose.
Yeah.
And one of the things the enemy does is keep you divided from women because he knows how much y'all can
that's each other. Yes. Ooh. Yes. Yes. It's really key. Definitely.
You know, we always trying to do so much stuff by ourselves.
Right? Yes.
And you can get further so much faster
with other women
working,
building with a team. Yes. Yes.
It's two or more. It's a
reason for that. It is.
I say it all the time. It's like two or more in agreement. Anything.
Yeah.
It literally speeds up.
Yeah.
Make whatever goal it can rapidly go faster because it's two people. That's two people like-minded. Two people.
Yes. Touch and agreement. Okay. Yes.
And I just think this is really good what y'all are doing. It's
Thank
good
you.
Together to love
because in the media now, when black women come together, babies, wigs coming, fighting, tables flipping.
Such a bad look.
That's what they put out.
That's what they put out.
So for a reason. Agenda. So I feel like we are way more than that. Like we are, baby. We're way more than that. So definitely like this means a lot. Like us, and then it's kind of like it's attracted. Just like us talking about intentional living, literally is foreplaying out. Like us attracting y'all. Here.
Literally
like,
for everyone in this room that showed up, I feel like we all are on the same frequency. We all have similar visions and purpose of just uplifting each other and just wanting to create a community of that because that's what it's needed.
It's definitely
really needed.
It's definitely needed for sure. I agree. I definitely agree.
And understanding we're not in competition.
That part.
It doesn't have to be a team. Let's come together.
Okay, so first of all, let me tell y'all, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband take care of me right now. But listen, I work. I've worked. I've had jobs my whole life. But okay, would you rather risk it all on your dreams or stay at a job that keeps you stable? Risk it all.
Yeah. I love this. Definitely right.
Risk it all.
Risk it all.
Risk
Take
it
a
all.
leap of faith.
And with your favorite celebrity or receive $100,000. $100,000. Like that.
Pay these bills.
Mine says, would you rather go back to your ex or date a new man every year? Dating a new man
every day. Every hour. Every second. I'm not going back.
Never again.
No,
the clock is not getting spit. Okay? It's not.
Mine is, would you rather wear your natural hair for 5 years or stop wearing makeup for 5 years? So, I'm gonna stop wearing makeup.
Okay.
8-9 years. So.
Okay, love that.
And I love that.
It is.
Would you rather marry a broke faithful man or a rich cheater?
I'm sorry.
I would marry a broke faithful man.
Look, wait. I was
Tell auntie the truth.
I'm like, did I do it? Guess what? Y'all can build and get that.
Yeah, you can get that money.
That's right.
Somebody who's faithful, somebody who's cheated, they're gonna be cheating.
Usually it's the rich ones.
I'm trying to
And also, like, men with money dating them and then they cheat on you, it's just something happens to your soul.
It's like you
like
build me up, broke me down.
Yeah. You have to be a straight up gold digger for real.
Like a real
But it's not about, you gotta really be like, I'm about this money.
You know, but I think that's like a money spirit. When people move like it's a money spirit. Because, and that's really like an evil spirit. Because I feel like when people do that, baby, you do anything.
You do anything.
Because money can come and go, honey.
It does come and go.
You do anything.
It does come
Go outside, it's $100.
Exactly.
Right.
Wait. $100 when I got in the door.
Right.
What is going on? Wait.
Just going.
Okay, so mine is: would you rather have overnight success or love at first sight?
Ooh. Oh, that's kind of hard.
That's hard.
That's hard.
You can just love.
Yeah, that's true.
At first, I was gonna say love at first sight, but I think that overnight success is more like what I would rather do, because I do feel like success is having that love too, like that's a part of it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess success.
Successful, he come in.
I agree. I definitely feel like once you're the woman that you're supposed to be, the man that you're supposed to have,
It's gonna,
I genuinely feel like that once you've worked on what you need to work on the inside, because you're moving on a different level at a different frequency. So those men that you were in the past, I feel like you no longer attract those type of men.
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now.
You no longer attract those type of men.
And you'll kind of see it. You'll see it.
You'll see. You're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
You know, and I do feel like it's kind of hard. You know, it's probably hard to like bring your walls down and stuff. But I think when you're healed, when you're actually
you're actually healed.
Yeah, once you're actually, you'll know. Like,
you absolutely know.
You'll be open to it because you've healed past that trauma. And you kind of know, like, not every situation, but just using discernment in all of your relationships. You know.
I went through a very horrible abusive relationship to the point that I'm still dealing with the pain of it. He threw me through a wall like this, and so it herniated my disc. So even this was 20-some years ago. So I'm literally having back pains from that event. So somebody going through something like that, you would definitely have issues with trust, like afterwards. And I'm telling you, a healed person, you do know the difference. I did experience love at first sight. I met and married my husband in 45 days.
I know that's right.
I'm just watching.
No, that's right. And we've been married 19 years.
That's lovely.
I mean,
That's lovely.
That's beautiful.
That's a beautiful little story. No, it is. It really is.
So it can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
And you'll know, you know, even when you try, I was even like, questioning myself, like, is this for real? But you can't shake it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll know.
You can't shake it. Even if you're trying to convince yourself, you still like, nah, this really is my person.
This really is, You can't shake it. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Okay, y'all. So so on y'all journals, it should be an affirmation card. So we're gonna close out with our affirmation card. I mean, we don't know where y'all was sitting. Maybe this could align with y'all, maybe not. We did put more affirmation cards in the goodie bags. But we're gonna read our affirmation cards, and then we're going to close out and get the goodie bags and socialize a little bit. Okay. So we start this way first.
Okay. Believe in yourself and all that you are, knowing that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle.
Ooh, I love that.
And you said it's so cute.
I love her.
Mine was don't wait for opportunity created.
Ooh, that's
right.
I love that.
No, I don't see that today.
Right.
Believe in yourself and all that you are. You are capable of amazing things. I love that.
I do too.
The secret of getting ahead is getting started.
Just
This should have been mine, girl.
Right, you can switch it.
Don't let yesterday take up too much of today.
That might have been
That's
mine.
right.
Just a great
But this one was for me too, y'all. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations.
Let's just
share.
That was beautiful, y'all. Well, we can still mingle after this, but as far as the picnic, we really, really, really appreciate y'all for coming. I think this was just beautiful. Like, it was like it feels like an ocean in one drop. Like, we just came together to do something big, even though it was small, but we definitely want y'all to follow us because we definitely want to do this again.
Please follow us, you guys.
And I don't know if y'all got the reminder, but we did say because we had some location issues, people canceled, so we really are going to honor the next event. Everybody gets to so we'll send it out and everything, but we don't have the date and everything now.
Yeah, so. It's let's hit the works.
Do this one first, but
yeah, like you said, so great. Honestly, it just makes me because it's like seeing what you have in your brain come out because this is when I want to say this is like our second event. Yeah. So like to even see people like really
coming, it feels good.
It feels good.
Yeah,
and it's only gonna get better.
It's only gonna get better, but it really feels good. Just like
so that's why I'm like it actually feels great.
And we want to just be able to continue to create a safe space for women to come and let it all out. Say how you feel, and then at the end you feel elevated.
You know what I mean? Feel good when they leave.
That's right.
That's our biggest thing.
Goal.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing. Definitely.